Tuesday. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Ridder will set up to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Now a give, it's Jackson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. They give him a gain of 37. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On the give, here comes Jackson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Ritter back to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Niner defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That is caught, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
23 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll drop this down to Jackson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. On his way to a monster monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Ritter. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. final play before the half. Here's Ritter. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Another big play right there, and this is where as an offense.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. On first down, Ritter. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Ritter off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. Lamb will go in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Ritter on first and 10. That's out wide here for Robinson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. Robinson up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Ritter. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And running with power here. Still going. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ritter to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A give left side to Robinson. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 6. Ritter from the gun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
Back to throw again. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Back to throw, Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he's gonna miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's going to let it go again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, here's Ritter.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 32-yard line.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Ritter now. Throw left side. There's London.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ritter looking to throw on first and 10.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Now second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw again.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or... before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
A final shot now for Ritter.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.